Hey guys, this is effervescent_44, not to be confused with my age, but hopefully I'm gonna get there someday. As we're seeing here on the screen, we've got Summoner's War Sky Arena. If you look to the top left, you've got my level 40. I've been playing this game for a little while now, and my name is Airtius, so if you want to look me up on the friends, go right ahead. Today's video is about monsters and their stats, and how they apply to battle. I'm going to do my best to explain this for all new people playing the game. So if you're looking for something really in-depth and complicated, that's not going to happen. So let's take a look at a monster, shall we? We've got Fire Fairy, 3 stars. To the right of the screen here, you see a list of all her stats. Take a look at her picture, and beside it, it says EXP. This stands for experience. And then the bar next to that has a 0% in it. This increases with every single battle. Once the 0% hits 100%, she gains a level. Now below that bar, you see 0 out of 662. Every time you finish a battle, you gain experience, and it's divvied up amongst the monsters. She needs 662 experience points to fill that 0% up to 100%. Below her picture, you see level, 1 out of 25. 1 is her current level, 25 is the maximum level she can reach according to her star rating. If you take a look at her name, it says Fire, level 1, Fairy, 3 stars. So at 3 stars, she can get up to a maximum level of 25. If we take a look at this Water Imp, level 1, 2 stars, take a look at his level, 1 out of 20. You'll notice that 20 is 5 levels less than our Fire Fairy's maximum of 25. This is because he's at 2 stars and she's at 3. Every single star that you add onto a monster through evolution adds another 5 levels. Below level, we've got HP. This stands for health points or hit points. She's sitting at 1,920. When a monster does damage to your monster, it's calculated into a number, and this is the damage. If a monster was to hit your Fire Fairy at 1,920, and they did 920 damage, that would be subtracted from her HP, and she would be given 1,000 left. Once her HP reaches 0, she dies, you cry, and the party wins. Below HP, we've got attack. The higher your attack, the more damage your monster is likely to do. The lower the number, the less damage they're likely to do. Defense. This is how difficult it is for your HP to be lowered. It sort of works on like a percentage. Every 1 HP has a certain percentage of defense attributed to it. The higher the number, the more difficult it is to get rid of your HP. The lower the number, the easier it is. A lot of people like to work on HP because there's a lot of skills that debuff defense, which basically makes it much easier to kill your monster if they're relying on defense. Below defense, we've got speed. Now, if you've noticed in battles, there's her HP bar, which lowers every time she gets attacked, but below that is a little blue bar which just constantly fills up. That is your speed bar. When that fills up, it's your turn. So the higher the number is under speed, the faster that little blue bar is going to fill up, and the sooner that monster is going to have their turn. The lower the number, the slower. Generally, people want high speed because you want your monster not only to fill up that bar before every other monster, but you want it to happen often because you want that monster to hit frequently and basically destroy the opponents. Now, these 4 stats below, I'm going to divide up. we'll divide crit rate and crit damage into one group, because they're sort of joined, and resistance and accuracy into one group. If we look at crit rate, she's sitting at 15%. Every time she uses any attack that does damage, she has a 15% chance of that being a critical hit. You can increase the critical rate. Ideally, you want 100%. People say even at 100%, it's not always going to be a critical hit. I don't know, I don't have any monsters at 100%, but that's what people say. Anyways, usually you want high critical rate so that your monster will do more critical hits. If we look at critical damage, she's sitting at 50%. Now, easily explained, if she were to do an attack, and regularly the attack would do 100 damage, if she lands as a critical hit, using her crit rate, it'll add an extra 50% damage on top of that 100, which would make her hit for 150 damage. If you increase her crit damage to 100%, that would add on an extra 100% damage to her normal attack, which would make a 100 regular attack become a 200 damage attack if it were to land as a critical hit. Resistance and accuracy. We're going to take a look at one of her skills. We've got Fire Hurricane. Attacks the enemy with a whirling storm of fire. Stuns the enemy for one turn with a 20% chance. That means every single time she uses Fire Hurricane, she has a 20% chance of the debuff for stunning being activated. I like to use the word activated. I feel like it helps explain this a little bit better. There's a 20% chance that the stun will be activated. If you look below there, you've got level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. If you increase this skill to level 2, harmful effect rate plus 5%, this does not mean that the stun rate will go from 20% to 25%. The rate will go, it'll basically add on 5% of the already 20%. This also applies to heals, guys. It confused me in the beginning, but we all live and we all learn, and that's why we watch these videos. Now, if you take a look at her skills again, or her stats, she's sitting at accuracy 0%. When you increase accuracy, say we increase accuracy to 20%, this also does not mean that it'll go from stunning the enemy from a 20% chance to a 40% chance. It'll always do a 20% chance of activating the stun. However, if the stun is activated, that's when accuracy and resistance actually come into play. Accuracy helps the stun work after it's been activated. It's like a two-step process. However, resistance is the counter to accuracy. If a monster has high resistance, they have a greater chance of stopping a debuff from affecting them. However, accuracy, if you increase it, helps that debuff land. There's a whole calculation thing happening in there between resistance and accuracy, and then I guess it's like a roll of the slots, and hopefully the debuff actually lands for you. So hopefully that helps explain this for all you new people and clear some things up. If you have any questions, leave a comment on the bottom. I'd be happy to explain. And if you think that I was completely wrong about anything, let me know, and maybe we'll debate. So that's my video, and I hope that it was helpful for you. Peace.